What up world, DJ on the mic, and today I'm bringing you the freshest and quickest deck profile ever, and it's gonna be red hype. You already know BT13 ain't slowing down for this mofo. So in this video I'm gonna give you my rendition of Red Hybrid, all that good stuff, ratios, tech, the sauce. So if this is a video for you, then make sure you stick around and enjoy. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and turn the notification bell because I do videos on the reg. So we're gonna do this super quick because Red Hybrid don't slow down for nobody. So going on with the eggs, we're gonna be running plain and simple the BT11 Yokomon at 4. This is gonna be obviously your primary egg because ideally we're just gonna be swinging for face, making sure those glass jaws are shaking. And if we do have a red Tamer in play, it means that we can draw one when we are deleted. So ideally the combination that you want to be doing is ensuring that you trigger this first before you trigger the other inheritables in your stack. So that is it for the eggs, the standard 4. So rocking on to the rookies, we're talking hefty. So let's go on with it. We got 4 BT7 Flamemon, all art standard. Then we got our BT12 Flamemon at 4. We go in with the BT4 Flamemon, which is our searcher. Then we would go in with the 1 BT6 Flamemon with the piercing goodness. And then we just finish it up with the Bokomons, which is just going to be helping you to just net 2 cards because, you know, real top 5. get a hybrid and a tamer if someone wants them is just the absolute value. So realistically, you do want to be getting your BT7 Flamemon in the raising just because the inheritable is so good, enabling you to play a Takuya for free when it is deleted from your hand. Beautiful. Absolutely great stuff right here. But it's also got a good search range of reveal 4 and you're able to get a hybrid or a Takuya from the reveal, which is also good. But ideal first turn is making sure that you do get this bad boy in your hand. Then the BT12 Flamemon is just great for in order for you to kind of build that trash, in order for you to go with your Takuya power plays, because this deck is all about that sweet gas and that's all we need. Obviously the inheritable there as well, just gaining an additional 2k DP on top of obviously your red hybrid is always crucial. So definitely also a good secondary option to get in raising. Then your BT4 Flamemon is just great for netting 2 cards, obviously to get your Takuya and get a red hybrid. Nothing more needs to be said about that. This obviously BT7, getting that piercing, really good for obviously you having this in trash, or if you do want to put this in raising, you can do. But ideally, it is good to kind of have in trash, so when you do go into your Emperor Greymon, just stack it all under, and then it means that you can actually pierce through their Digimon that might be unsuspended, and you know still get those security checks through. So that concludes for the rookies right there. Short and sweet, how we do, but these are pretty crucial in order for you to succeed in BT13. So going on to the champs. So champs, it's going to be pretty much a 4-4 split. So obviously your Agunimon BT12, which is very crucial. Ideally want this in your first hand. Then we go in with the Burning Grey BT12 at 4, and then lastly we go in with the BT7 Burning Greymon there as well. So both Burning Grey. So this right here, this once again a card that you want in your starting hand just because it facilitates on a lot of your game plan right there. If it's deleted, able to play a Flamemon suspended from your hand, which is just great value. Means that you obviously get that nice bit of floating effect, which is great. Means that you can get some nice additional search in order to extend your combos. So this is pretty good when you are playing your BT4 Flamemon. Just means that you can obviously net your Takuya and net another hybrid. Getting 2 cards is the worth. Or if you obviously want to throw down the BT12 Flamemon, that's also great. Means that you can obviously build all that trash as well as netting 2 cards, which is fantastic. It's inheritable. It's also the source because it means that you're able to play a Takuya from your hand, which once again, if you're stacking that with obviously your BT7 Flamemon, sauce, it means that you're getting some serious aggression and tempo straight off the bat. This deck is all about just getting those Tamers out, and this and BT7 are just really good cards to facilitate that. Then going on to Burning Greymon BT12, great when you're either on top of your Takuya, meaning that essentially if you've gone into your BT7 Takuya, effectively you can do 2 checks just by either, and this for the cost of 2. powerful. Obviously tag that up with an Atomic Inferno, you're swinging for 3 checks. That's some mad aggression straight off the bat right there, which we just love. This deck is all about that aggro, and Red Hybrid just succeeds in that. Inheritable, gaining an additional 2k DP, which is always good, obviously, if you're either on top of a red hybrid, so really good. Then our BT13 Burning Grey is just great at 4 because it means that you can effectively control the board with popping any floodgates, which this you don't want to be kind of threatened by a memory blocker. You really do not, because you do need the memory in order for us to kind of extend our combos and just kind of finish game quickly. So ideally, you know, this is really fantastic in doing that. It's great to obviously stack on top of your other hybrids there as well, because you evos for 1, and all of these can effectively evo on one another. This is more unconditional. You can just evo on top of a level 4, which is great, whereas these, it does have to evo on top of a Burning Grey or an Aggunimon in that sense. But obviously with that stacking, it means that you can secure getting those inheritables off, ensuring that you can play out your Takuyas or gain additional DP where needed. So that concludes for the champions, rocking a solid 12. Then going on to the ultimates, short and sweet right here. We're just simply with the only ultimate that you need, and that's going to be your BT7 Aldermon pre-release deck. This right here is just fantastic in what it does. Gain additional 4000 DP if you've evoed on top of a Takuya, which is just glorious right there. Really facilitates in you enabling Emperor Grey to just pop higher level Digimon, just to kind of get rid of those menacing threats that you don't want to be dealing with. And its inheritable is just OP. It's pretty much Delicate Plan on legs. That's all you need to know. So it doesn't proc off any option cards in security, which is just great. Absolutely gorgeous right here. So short and sweet on that one. Run that at 4. You don't need to run any other ultimates in my personal opinion, but it's completely up to you. We do have a good range of red hybrid ultimates, but realistically that is just OP. So going on to the megas right here, let's get it. So going on with the BT12 Emperor Grey at 4, BT7 Emperor Grey at 2, and then we round that off with the Omnimon there, classic. So Emperor Grey BT12 is just really strong, enabling us if we've evoed on top of a red Tamer, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a Takuya. It means that we can effectively delete any Digimon equal or less than this Digimon's DP threshold. So the amount of inheritables that we do get from our lower end red hybrids, on top of the Aldermon that grants it 4000 DP, and then Takuya that also grants it an additional 2k DP, means that we can effectively just pop whoever we want. And obviously there's a cool interaction between Takuya, depending on how many hybrids you have in trash, is that you can effectively not kind of insta warp into Emperor Grey. You can stack 5 hybrids on top of Takuya, but then you can easily evo into a Aggunimon, and then go into Aldermon, and then go into this if you have to really pop something huge. Like it would be crazy what Digimon you have to pop at that point. But you never know. You never know. It's a play that is actually legal, so you know, keep that on board. Also, it does have innate security tap +1, which is always the worth right here. It's something that this one was missing, especially for the aggro. So on top of obviously your BT7 Takuyamon, he's fused! Takuya, it means that it eventually swings for 3 checks, which is just the absolute nuts. We love to see it. And on top of that, on deletion, it means that you can actually play a Takuya out from your hand or trash without paying its cost, meaning that you effectively got a Tamer that's going to be floating. So really strong card right here. Absolutely glorious. Oh, it's amazing. Then we do have obviously the BT7. This is good. We're getting your super hybrid for game. It's great because it does have the blitz. It means that your opponent can't necessarily block it, because effectively we gain memory per hybrid in stack, which is always the fucking nuts right there. Obviously we do have a Takuya that can obviously grant it a security attack there as well, so we do have that kind of pressure that we can apply if we desperately need it. But overall, it's just a very solid card, a good game ender, and I think because this deck's all about kind of searching out the hybrids and so forth, this is just a great card to kind of just have from your search and just keep it chilling, ready for that nice crucial play. Obviously, we do run the Omnimon at 1, which is fantastic. It pretty much has the same kind of effect as this. Like, you know, we're mainly using it for that blitz. We do want to just make sure that we just kind of wrap up game nicely. But the thing about it is that it is not, it's out of archetype. So this is the reason why I bumped it up to 2 on this. I know a lot of the lists run it at 1, but I feel like this is kind of nice just having it 2. Means that, you know, if I happen to reveal one of each, I can be like, well, I know I can pick this because I know I have at least a second one of this, which is nice, depending on obviously your game state. But overall, this is your finisher. This is also your finisher or clutch moments. And then this is just making sure that you can get that aggression whilst actually popping and a menacing threat there as well. Because obviously, there's a lot of menacing threats in BT13 that you just want to make sure they hit the dirt. So that is it for the ultimate. So going on to the Tamers and options. So starting for Tamers, pretty much a 4-4 split as standard. I mean, finally we've got a memory setter Takuya, which we can play out for free from our inheritables and all that good stuff, which is just nuts right here. On top of that, the inheritable is pretty sick as well. So if you manage to check your opponent's security, you gain 2 memory, which is just great. It means that you can extend your plays to effectively get out another hybrid and either on top of one of your other Tamers. Honestly, such a great card right here. If you can get it out for free, absolute value. If you have to hard play it, it is a little bit unfortunate, but it means that you can secure essentially free memory when it comes back to your turn, and you can just start popping off from there. It means that you can go to a hybrid and also then be able to use an Atomic Inferno when needs be. Then we do use the BT7 Takuya at 4, which is just once again really strong in order for you to kind of walk back into the game when necessary. Having an additional security check in the inheritable is also the freaking nuts, because like I say, we've got BT12 Burning Grey, which effectively you just either on top of it and you've met the condition in order for you to get that additional security check if you're over 10k DP, which is pretty massive right there. So really good that we do have like a full suite of Takuyas that we can actually play out. Memory set of Takuya is what we needed. And yeah, I don't think we're in S70 anymore. I mean, throw me a third Takuya, that'd be absolutely solid, but it'd have to be doing something unique in order for us to kind of switch in the ones that we do have currently. So that concludes for the Tamers, running 8. Then for the options, once again, short and sweet. So we're going with the 3 Atomic Infernos because it's absolutely busted. And then we do run the 2 Grav Crush. Absolutely sucks ass in security, I'm not gonna lie, it does absolutely nothing. But when you do have it in hand, it is very crucial. But you only should use this if you've got game. That's literally when you should use this, or it's a very desperate time that you need to effectively get rid of the opponent's Digimon. Atomic Inferno is just busting in any situation. I mean, able to get a security attack, 3000 DP, and if they block it, you gain free memory, meaning that you're just forcing them into a predicament where, well, they're either gonna bust my ass and blow my back, or I'm gonna have to then block and also them gain free memory and still blow out my back, which is not great at all. On top of that, if it's put out of security, even more nuts. All being the key word here, gain additional security attack. Mind-blowing how this is not restricted to 1, but it's such a facilitator for red hybrid. It means that, you know, it can just maintain going fast, and that's why this deck's done so well in a lot of regionals from BT12 obviously into BT13 there as well. But like I say, Grav Crush really comes clutch for just that gaining 2 memory. But obviously, if you're not finishing game and you pass over that memory, they also then gain 2 memory from the effects there as well. So obviously be careful with that. But we do run basically a 3-2 split, because sometimes Atomic Inferno is great, but when you want to really finish games, sometimes Atomic Inferno can't do that. This is where Grav Crush can do that. And if you have obviously a Takuya out on the field, it means that you can go into a hybrid for game a lot more easier, which is just a lot more beneficial for you. But guys, that's me done. Short and sweet. I think I nailed it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash it like a standard. Ask any questions in the comments. But guys, have an awesome day, night, wherever you are at. Peace out. Much love. Digidread off the mic.